Man, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's 7 o'clock on the dot here in Houston, and I just decided that I wanted to go live. It's still Motivation Monday, and I've had a I've had a message on my heart for a little while now, and it's based on like some of the stuff that I've seen, you know, on social media, things that that I've read and stuff like that, and so I'm gonna be brief, just because I just needed to get this off of my chest, and hopefully, uh, you know, if somebody comes on live and hears this message, or you hear this recording, and sometime in the future, you'll be you know um obliged to hear the message out, and really kind of see where I'm getting at and understand where I'm coming from. So um I was on TikTok, um just kind of scrolling through, because I use it as a platform for laughter, but I'm also studying social media and how people get into the algorithm and stuff like that. And I came across this video where someone was talking about potential. And what I've noticed about our society, but especially within you know my community, potential, either the lack thereof or like the fullness of potential, is almost kind of like a bad word. Like it's seen or given in a negative connotation. And I just kind of want to shed some light on the positive side of that, and how potential is not a thing whereby someone may end up not having success and not having a way of getting things together and doing things, but rather potential is just what it is. Like, potential is a word that brings about hope. Potential is a word that brings about change and making a difference in some way, shape, or form. And that's what I want to speak about today, right? So I want to first just define the terms of the resolve of my message tonight. Potential, according to Oxford Dictionary, as an adjective, is having or showing the capacity to become or develop into someone or something in the future. As a noun, it is latent qualities or abilities that may be developed and lead to future success or usefulness. And that's a powerful thing. I'm gonna cover three areas, and then I'm gonna get out your hair. I'm gonna get out your hair. But I want to first talk about what this person said, in the video, right? Like, they were talking about, oh, for me personally, I'm never going to date someone, or I'm never going to invest in anything because of its potential, right? And it, I immediately was drawn in, because like it was one of those situations where, like, all right, okay, I wonder, like where this person is going with this. And one of the first things that came out of that person's mouth is, did someone invest in my potential? They surely did not. And that idea, that question of, did anyone invest in my potential, You know, it comes from a place of like, you know, I don't want to use the word bitterness, but it comes from a place of pain, I would argue, because, you know, potential, as I stated a second ago, brings about hope. Potential gives the idea for there to be a change to come within something or for someone. So one of the first areas that I'm going to talk about this negative that we need to turn into a positive with regards to using the word potential is first in business, right? Now, I would argue that there is literally nothing done on earth, but specifically in business, that's based on a sure thing, right? People get into business, people invest in other people's businesses because of the potential that they see, right? Like, someone comes to you, or let's say you go to a bank. You go to a bank, and in order for you to, you know, get a business loan from said bank, what do you need? You need, in some cases, you need capital, right? So you need to be able to show that not only do you, you know, have the potential to, you know, to return the investment in which the bank has made to you, but you also, by, you know, gaining your own capital and having your own capital to invest off top, you have the ability to make things happen. You've shown that, and that adds to the potential that the bank sees, right? Then you have to have a well thought out, well written, and strategic business plan that you present to the lending officer within this bank so that you can get this business loan. And based on all of the things that they evaluate, and based on your industry, based on probably your personal credit, your business plan, and you having your own capital saved or raised or however you gained it, right? The bank makes the decision to give you said loan so that you can take your business to the next level or do whatever it is that you need to do for your business. Now, the bank doesn't know that this is a sure thing. All they know is that you have the potential to not only pay them back and pay them back with the interest that you know that they're going to charge you, but you have the potential to succeed and then do further business with them later, right? You're establishing a rapport, you're establishing a working relationship with this financial institution. And all of it is based on the potential that you have as a business owner, etc., to make good on what you said. It's all based on potential, right? Let's take that same scenario. In order for you to gain the capital, let's say you have to go and raise funds, which means that you're going to other investors, individual investors who may not be affiliated with a financial institution whatsoever, right? The people that you go to for this crowdfunding or how whatever measures by which you are raising these funds so that you can have the capital to go to that bank. The people that invest in you must see the potential that your business has, or the potential that you have to be a success with your business. So the hopefulness that is associated with potential in business speaks for itself. Thus, think about all of the people who have had businesses that needed to scale in order for them to see their dreams come to fruition, who only got what they needed based on other people seeing the potential in them and making the investment. Right? So That's just one case. Let's talk about potential in romance. Now, this is where shit gets real sticky and tricky, right? Because this person that kind of talked about this on TikTok was like, do you know what potential means? Like, potential means that they could also not end up being anything, or this man or this woman could potentially not end up being this or that and the other, and you could potentially waste your time. There we go with this negative lens through which so many people view the word and the actualization of potential in people. And when we get to this place from a romantic standpoint, in my opinion, we are really in a sad state of existence and being within this world, within society, man. Because let me tell you something. If we're going to base our decisions from a romantic standpoint on people already having it together, on people already having, done everything that they needed to do in life, to then come into your life as a romantic partner and add just this amazing value, then there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be alone because of the negative connotation with the word potential, right? Like, there have been so many times that people have found love, that people have come into folks' lives based on the potential that they saw in them. And let me tell you something. Just like I said earlier, there is potential that happens in all things, in business, in life, in everything. Without people seeing the potential for what could be, there would literally be no forward movement of society, period. And that is especially a thing in romance. Now, I'll be honest. Does anyone owe, or is anyone obligated to look at and see the potential in somebody and say, hey, like, all right, they may not have it all together right now, but based on their potential and based on who they are at this very moment, I'll give them a chance. Are you obligated to do that? No. But to close your mind to it is to do yourself a very, very big disservice, right? Because this person said, for every exception that is made for someone with potential, there is someone else that doesn't need those exceptions made. And while that is also, that's very true, what I would beg any brother or sister to take into consideration from a romantic standpoint when it comes to that is that there's always a chance where you can get with someone who you believe, oh no, they don't need no potential. They got it all together. And you could still end up wasting your time with this person. Because it's about more than just potential. It's about compatibility. It's about love. It's about coming together with intention and deciding between you and another person that you love to make a thing work. And leading with love above all things, right? But that's a preference. So there's going to be some people that's going to feel me on this, and there's going to be others that don't. But one thing that I will say is that I will never turn down a person based off of potential. I will never close my heart off, my spirit off to the potential of loving someone and finding the person that I'm supposed to be with, to create with, to grow with, to build with, right? Because I'm closing my mind off because, oh, well, I don't do potential. You need to be ready-made. I ain't shit. I'm not ready-made. I'm not fully healed from my childhood traumas. I'm not where I want to be in this world financially. I haven't made the mark on what I want in this world yet. But guess what? I'm going there. I'm getting there. I'm making the strides. And I have the potential, the great potential to get there. And if there is someone out there, and I'm telling this to you too, if there is someone out there who won't give me a chance to give all of the love that I have within my spirit and within my heart to give, because they don't buy into my potential, to hell with them. And that goes for you too. Because even love, romance, and all of those things are based on you looking at someone, getting to know them, judging their character, judging their current situation, having a conversation and an understanding about where they are, where they want to go, the plans that they have. It is based off you make the decision based off the potential that this person has. Because no one goes into a romantic situation, or any situation for that matter, knowing that something is a sure thing. I'll get off of that. Last but not least, I want to talk about just potential in life in general. Today is April 25th. Last week, on April 17th, we celebrated the birthday of my dearly departed and very, very much so missed coach, mentor, line brother, lodge brother, my family, Dr. Fane. We celebrated his birthday, his heavenly birthday. And let me tell you something about potential. I met Mike Fane when I was 14 years old. And he and his students from Scarborough High School coached my middle school team to go and be the first team, the first middle school from Texas to ever compete on the national level in the National Junior Forensic League. That's a speech and debate league for middle school students. And Lanier, which was the middle school that I went to in HISD, we competed at the Scarborough High School tournament. It was the last tournament of the year, my 8th grade year. It was also considered the city championship. And Mike Fane came to my then coach, who is also deceased, Mr. Jim Henley, because he saw the potential in our team to not only represent Texas and represent our school well, but represent ourselves well. And Mike and his students coached us. And for whatever reason, Mike took a liking to me. Mike took an immediate liking to me. He didn't treat me, or he didn't see me as this dumb jock that other folks thought that I was. Because, you know, I wanted to go to school. I was going to go to a high school so that I could play football. I could be in the band. I loved speech and debate. Don't get it twisted. But the school that I was going to, I wasn't really into their team. But Mike saw me. He saw the raw potential. He saw the talent. He saw the passion that I had. And he started doing everything in his power to, like, convinced me to not go to the high school I was going to go to and to go to Scarborough, right? So, and he tried hard. Like him, his students, like everybody was trying to influence me to go to Scarborough. Oh man, we have a national team. We host tournaments. We have a dope organization. You know, Scarborough is smaller. You'll get more attention from an academic standpoint. We travel all over the country. Blah blah blah. I mean, every freaking tactic, because both he and his students at the time saw the potential in me. And I was scheduled to go to this high school, and I had a stroke. August 13th, 2002. At the age of 14, I had a stroke. And till this day, they don't know why, but it happened. I probably should have died, but I didn't. In front of my family and in front of the football coaches of the high school that I was going to, doctors told me I would never play ball or play sports of any kind ever again. But because Mike saw something in me, he did not give up on me like these football coaches did. Mike did not turn his back. Instead, he leaned in even harder on my potential. And he said, you can either sulk in your misery and the pain that you're going to feel of not having the ability to play your beloved football, or you can become a man of academia. Like you already are. You're a Renaissance man. You get straight A's. You play a musical instrument. You do speech and debate. You could be a leader. Come to Scarborough. Until this day, Mike has been gone from us for 3 years now. Until this day, I don't understand what the fuck this man saw in me. What potential he saw in me that would make him take a gamble on this poor kid from Third Ward being raised by a single mother and an older brother whose entire life and everything was centered around doing what he had to do to play football. He saw all of the potential that I did not see. People like him, people like Jim Henley, my first speech and debate coach. People like Michael Gerard. All of the teachers at Scarborough High School, so many mentors that I've had over the years saw the potential in me to do great and to be great. And even when I failed morally, ethically, my character looked messed up. When I was making bonehead, dumbass, young nigga decisions, they never gave up on me because they saw my potential. And now here I am. I've accomplished so many things, have had so many blessings in my life because these people saw the potential in me. And there are even more that I meet all the time that give me a shot, that give me a listen, who trust me because of the potential that I have. Potential brings and breeds hope, y'all. Giving someone the opportunity because you see the potential, simply because you see their potential and you can see them, you can see their spirit, you can see their heart and their mind, and you respect it, can make all the difference in somebody's life. I'm not dead, and I'm not in jail, and I ain't never had a criminal record because people took a chance on me. They saw my potential. So, I'll end with this. First, see the potential in yourself. Give credence and give good energy to yourself first. Because all of the other shit is outside validation, which it's a part of one of the 6 basic human needs that we all have as human beings. But it ain't our end all be all, y'all. Don't allow the word potential to bring about a negative thinking pattern for you. Let it bring you hope. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.